So you've decided to take up the drums. Question now is, do I sign up for drum lessons somewhere, or do I take the self-taught route? Before we get into this video, I just want to give a smooth shout out to today's sponsor, me, and my merch shop, robbrownapparel.com. Listen, Christmas is just around the corner and it's time to start shopping. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I got the coolest drum merch in the game, including these. I've introduced solid white hoodies for Christmas. And when I say white, these things are super white. So we got this one. We got a new thump hoodie in there, which you're really gonna dig. And there's a lot of other stuff in there as well. We got snapbacks, we got mugs, we got some accessories in there. Make sure you get your orders in now so they arrive by Christmas. 15% off all orders. It'll be automatically applied at checkout. So there'll be a link in the description box. After you watch this video, head on over there, hit that link, go check out what I got and place your order. You can grab something cool for the drummer in your family or somebody that you owe money to. Sale is on right now and it's on until December 16th. So again, make sure you get that order in, pick out something cool for yourself while you're at it, and support the channel in the process. Making the decision to either take lessons with an instructor or, go the homeschool route, it's an important decision. You're obviously free to do either one at any time or both at the same time. I don't know if y'all know, but I am 100% self-taught. I've been playing for about, 35 plus years. I've never actually sat in front of an instructor, and I don't really regret making the decision. So today, I just want to talk about the benefits, in my experience, of going the self-taught route. Now, I just want to make it clear that this is not a this way is better than that way type of thing. I'm just going to give you 5 simple little things to consider if you're thinking about teaching yourself at home. So the first reason that you might want to consider homeschooling yourself, and one thing that I definitely appreciated, is that you get to learn at your own pace. Now that, for me, was really important. I was pretty on fire when I first started out playing. I was pretty enthusiastic. Like, I wanted to get fairly good, fairly quick. So I didn't personally think that there was a teacher out there that was going to be able to keep up with my pace. So I just had a little bit more freedom, to do what I wanted to do in the beginning. And a lot of that was just playing along with my favorite albums. Now, there are obviously things that I needed to figure out and fix down the line, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like, a lot of stuff is going to be trial and error at the beginning. Now, I just want to qualify this by saying I did feel like I already had a pretty good knack of the instrument when I started. If you're starting from the ground floor and you're still holding the sticks like this, I suggest you at least sit in front of somebody to learn how to hold the sticks, proper posture, all of that type of stuff. Learn all of that first. Once you got the basics down, then you can go off and start learning at your own pace. Second reason that you might want to consider homeschooling is that there's much less of a threat of potentially picking up bad habits. Okay? I'm only saying this because just because that person is a teacher doesn't always mean they know what they're doing. I'm trying to say this respectfully, but there's been several times when, someone has come up to me and showed me something. And I'm like, what is that? Like, what are you doing? Say, well, my teacher taught me how to do this. And I'm like, sounds like your teacher needed lessons. Now, there are always going to be some things that's going to need correcting later on down the line, but that is a little bit different than trying to unlearn a bad habit. Now, sometimes, when you're sitting in front of the wrong teacher, although they mean well, you can sometimes get stuck, learning the wrong approach to doing something. So on a side note, if you are making the decision to sit in front of a teacher, like if you want to go somewhere and study with somebody, check the credentials. These days, everybody is Googleable or YouTubeable. So if they can't show you at least a video of them playing somewhere so you can make sure that this person that you're giving your money to is worth the fee that they're charging, then they might not be worth what they're charging. One thing that you can actually do, and this might sound a little forward, but you got every right to do it. When you go for your first lesson, okay, before you even get started with anything, ask your teacher, don't tell them, but ask your teacher, turn on the click and play me a drum solo. That really is a reasonable test to see just how much that teacher knows. And they really shouldn't have any objection to doing it. And I guarantee you, by the time that solo was done, you'll know whether this is the right person to give you money to. Third reason why you might want to consider learning at home is because these days, it's never been easier. There is absolutely no shortage of resources out there with some really, really good instruction for you to learn at home. Drumeo, of course, it's easily the biggest and I would say the best resource for learning at home. But there are some unbelievable drummers out there with drum schools. You can sign up for Dave Weckler's school. Louis Palmer's got a drum school. There's a lot of other drummers out there that are really, really good and have excellent online programs that you can sign up for. And then, of course, there's YouTube, right? Make sure you subscribe to some good channels. Just saying. But yeah, the number of paid resources and free resources that there are out there for learning at home, man, there's just no shortage of it. So you'll have no issues learning the right stuff without leaving your house. Reason number 4 is that you get to learn exactly what you want. All right, now I always try to encourage everyone to be the most versatile drummer ever, but if there's a specific style of drumming that you want to focus on for a little bit, metal drumming, Latin drumming, bebop, hip hop, whatever, you can take advantage of all of these online resources and just focus on that right there. Like if you wanted to be a metal drummer, good luck trying to find a really good metal drummer in your area. Most teachers can't pigeonhole themselves into one thing, right? So if you wanted to take lessons with a really good metal drummer, it's going to be really hard to find. Now for me, it was all about jazz fusion. In my early days, I got obsessed with jazz fusion, and that's when I discovered all of these drummers at the same time. Dave Weckl, Peter Erskine, Dennis Chambers, Will Kennedy, like all of these people I was listening to all at the same time. And that made a huge impact on my playing. And I knew there wasn't a teacher anywhere near me that was playing any of that stuff. And then the bonus thing for me is that around that time, they all came out with instructional videos. So that's where all my money went back in the day. And then the last reason I'll give you, just to make the case for homeschooling, is just more fun. At least it was for me. I mean, when I look back at my early days of playing, it was a lot of fun, man. Like it never felt like work, never felt like a chore. I didn't have to be anywhere, specific day or specific time every week. I was just doing my own thing. My mom never had to tell me to practice. As a matter of fact, she spent more time telling me to stop practicing because it's already been 5 or 6 hours. But yeah, for a lot of the previous reasons that I just mentioned, it was just a lot more fun for me, man. Like the learning process, the discovery process, the rewards that came with it, like just, taking responsibility for your own education. It was just a lot more fun for me. It's actually still fun for me. I just signed back up a couple of months ago to Dave Weckle's online school because there's a couple of things about my soloing that I just was not liking, some things that I wanted to improve on. So I signed up to his school again, and there's a lot of stuff that I've learned just in the last 3-4 weeks. Fun is an important factor for me. I mean, the more fun you have at this, the more enthusiastic you are about getting good at it, the longer you're going to want to practice, the more often you're going to want to practice, and ultimately, the better you're going to get at it. The only thing that you really need to keep in mind, and the most important piece of advice that I want to give to all of my drummers out there that are choosing to be self-taught, just remember that you got to get it from somewhere. All right? I was homeschooled, but I spent a ton of money on instructional videos. I got a drawer full of them upstairs. So just keep that in mind when you're learning at home. You're going to have a blast becoming a self-made drummer. So if there are any other self-taught drummers out there that are currently watching, you want to leave a comment below to encourage other people, go ahead and do so. We're all one big community here. Before I go, I just need to mention, since we're already on the topic, if you've ever considered becoming a Drumeo Edge member, if you're not already, you want to try it out for 30 days for free, you can do so because we're partners. And there's a link in the description box. Just click on that. That'll take you over to my landing page. 2 clicks, boom, check out the whole kingdom for 30 days for free. Other than that, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you share it if you dig it. Hit that merch shop link. Get yourself one of these white hoodies. Get yourself a snapback, a few other things for Christmas. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, subscribe. See you next video.